out about Charlie Kirk getting assassinated. So my mom told me about it and I was just shocked, and I couldn't sit down for a few hours. I just felt like someone that is trying to go to colleges all over the country and wanting to open free speech and give people a place to ask questions. That was a worthy pursuit that he had. And so it is hard. It was just feel like some innocence has just been killed. Yeah, it's been really tough. I want such good things for our country, and I know we need free speech, and colleges are important. So I wrote a free little book about how to make college free. Really says just do it in high school. Just start in 9th grade with your content and do it in high school and do it for 4 years. So if you're going to go to law school, start in 9th grade. Don't do any generals. Do your prerequisites in junior high. So in 9th grade, you start your law degree and you do it for 4 years. Or plumbing. Do all the prerequisites for plumbing in 7th and 8th grade. And then 4 years of plumbing, starting in 9th grade, 9th to 12. And same with being a doctor. Any profession. So that's what it says. It actually says don't go to college, right? It says stay home and just get it done in 9th grade, start, be done in 12th grade, and move on with your life. I heard someone say that college extends adolescence far into your 20s. Usually people are putting off their family or getting married or getting a house or whatever it is because they want to get college finished. And yeah, it's a big burden, a really big burden. And every year it just seems like they've added more and more and more requirements. So I was a teacher, I taught for 16 years, and then I was an assistant principal for 2 years. And every year they would say, oh, harder. We gotta higher their expectations. We need to higher these expectations. Don't we care about the kids? And so every year they would make it harder and harder. And just to me, it seems like they're trying to prepare every student to become a college professor. That's how you enter college. Is everyone's ready. You've had all the classes you need to become a college professor, but not everyone wants to become a college professor or has the knack for it. Academics is only one aptitude. There's over 200 aptitudes, maybe there's more, and aptitudes are sales, being a social person. There's so many different jobs for that. There's more than just academics. So, yeah, and then it would be free because we have high school set up already. We'd just be teaching different things. And one of the things is your teachers would be people that have done it for 20 to 30 plus years. So you wouldn't have someone that had never done it before. Your teacher would be someone that had been in the field, whatever field you're going to be in, and they've done it for 30 years. And let's say you were going to go into diesel mechanics. Then your teachers have all done it for 30 years. And guess what? A lot of times, your dad, your grandpa, some really amazing things. And for some reason we can't teach our own children. I was saying to my dentist, I don't know why, but there's this unwritten law that he can't teach his own son how to be a dentist or his daughter. So yeah, so the idea says do college and high school, don't do generals, that's a waste of time. I mean, you do generals in kindergarten through 6th grade, you do generals. Then it's junior high, you do your generals all over again. And then the high school, you do generals again. You take history and math and all that again. And then guess what? The first 2 years of college, you take generals again. It's like there's a fortress around content, around the actual information you need to move on with your life and have a skill and have a profession. So in 7th, 8th grade, do your time he said, I don't like school. And I was thinking, why? And he said, I'm smarter than all my teachers. And I thought, or I probably said to him, you need to be humble and just learn from them. But he learned everything they taught him in elementary, and he's a really smart kid. And then it's the same thing over again. And he wanted to go as far and as fast as he could in programming and coding, and I mean, on his own, he learns things. And yeah, why can't we let our students go as far and as fast as we want them to go? If someone knows they want to be an airplane mechanic, why are we wasting our time in 7th and 8th grade with all these classes they already took in elementary, and then making them take all those classes over again in high school? And sure hope they don't have to go take those classes again the first 2 years of college. So I think the book's worth the read because I'm not sharing exactly everything. It is short, it's just 8 pages long, but yeah, there's something that's keeping us away from talking to the person down the street, the brilliant person that knows how to do this, that's done it for 20 years or 30 years or 40 years. There's a poem I love, my mom told me about it, and it's called The Bridge Builder. And it talks about a man that comes to a stream, and it's kind of a deep stream, like a chasm. And he comes to the stream and he builds a bridge. And someone that's watching says, why are you building here? Because your journey will end with the end of the day, and you'll never cross this way again. Why are you wasting your time building this bridge? And the old man said, there followed after me today a youth whose feet must pass this way. He too must cross in his twilight dim. I'm building this bridge for him. So we have this older generation that are wise, and they learn things and they know things, and they can teach us. And it's such a gift. Bridge builders, I think they're the answer. Bridge builders. So I'm surprised I'm sharing this because I don't usually share it, but it's pretty special. I think that students with the age of 14 is a special age. And I know we're used to them not being ready to be responsible, but that's because they've been trained to. But the age of 14 is a special age. They're ready. They're ready to go into their career and start thinking about their future. And yeah, I think students are starving for purpose. And yeah, it's focused on sports because it's got to be focused on sports so you can get into college. I wonder if we had a different focus. Yeah, it took me a long time to come up with this idea. It seems like it's a simple thing to just do college and high school and be done, but everyone knows when you're a baby where you're headed. Kindergarten and then up all the way through 12th and then college and all that. But yeah, it'd sure be special to do something different. And the last thing I do want to say is schools need to be autonomous to make site-based decisions to meet the needs of their students. Charter schools have proven the model. So each school, each building needs to be its own school district where all of the decisions that are made right there can be decided for the students. When I was a teacher, the people that decided our temperature in summer or winter, it was the school district. And they were miles away. It's really interesting having control further away from your own location. What's important in your community, in your town. There's some school districts that are just massive. They have over 200,000 students. Yeah, schools should be autonomous. All right, if you listen to this whole thing, wow!